Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, welcome back to a brand new Blitz News Update. And today, we get to discuss some lovely LEGO Dimensions news, and I am super duper uber excited about these. So first and foremost, I want to give a credit to the lovely Joseph Connor Hagen, aka at Megabot22, over on Twitter, and also Mon Amiibo, which is a really cool name, by the way, like very, oh, Mon Amiibo, bon chance, blah blah blah, you know, it sounds very fancy. Very French, I would say, but very cool name. And thank you guys for sharing these pictures with me, because I don't know how this actually flew right over the top of my head. Somehow I missed these news, but thank you so very much for being so kind and tweeting at me over on Twitter, which, by the way, if you guys want to do that, follow me on Twitter at Blitzwinger. So with that in mind, let's get rocking and let's get rolling and discuss the two lovely news pieces for today. So first and foremost, we have the 3 forms for Kit from the Knight Rider set. So of course, if you don't know, in LEGO Dimensions, essentially the way it works is the vehicles or the extra item, the brick built component that comes along with the minifigures, is always going to be able to transform into 3 forms. There is the one core form, which is the one that you would see typically on the front of the packaging. So in this case, it would be Kit, the actual car, which looks great, but we obviously saw that before in pictures. But now we have confirmation of the 2 other forms that Kit can take, which includes Kit Jet, which is a really cool form. I really do like the way that this thing looks. I love the turbine kind of elements on the sides. That looks very, very, very cool. And I love the way that they use the sloping pieces that they typically use for the, you know, kind of the rounded edge of the car. They use it to go around the wings. Like, that's a really cool touch there. So that is definitely quite awesome. And then let's go into Optimus Prime mode, because Goliath Armored Semi is the other form of Kit, so he can become a semi-truck, which is super duper awesome. I just wish it was like a full-scale semi-truck, because that would have been epic. That's actually one thing that I kind of hope maybe LEGO Dimensions Year 3 will have, is vehicles that can take different scales, so that they're not just always like a miniaturized form of the vehicle. It would be awesome if the vehicle could be like, hey, there's a miniaturized form, then maybe like an oversized crazy vehicle, and then maybe something in between those two. I think that could be a really cool idea. I don't know from a technical standpoint if that will be possible, because I'm sure that's very difficult to actually code and make that thing work to be like in different multiple scales at once. So I absolutely get that, but I also do really, really, really wish that it was one of those things that was actually included, because I think that could be really cool to see. Now, moving right along to the other piece of information, which is the Excalibur Batman foam pack. Now we know the exact 3 forms of the vehicle. Like, we knew the names prior to this. I already talked about the names of the vehicles, but we didn't know what they were going to look like. And my goodness, do these look creative. I love the fact that they are as creative as they are. So first and foremost, we have the Bionic Steed, which is of course kind of a horse-like design. It looks really cool. Its legs are a little terrifying because it looks like a skeleton horse, so it's a bit terrifying. It looks maybe like some sort of like a praying mantis as well, so that's an interesting looking vehicle for sure. Then we have the Bat Raptor form, which looks very bizarre. I don't know why. It reminds me of like some sort of like a fossil Pokemon or something like that. That's what the first thing that came to mind when I saw the brick build component in this. I was like, is that a fossil Pokemon? It just looks like something that would perfectly fit with like the Alolan form of Pokemon. So very, very cool to see that. And then last, but certainly not least, we have the Ultra Bat, which is of course very appropriate for Batman to have a giant bat to ride on. So very, very cool, very different looking vehicles. Each one of these is uniquely different, which is awesome. I love when they do that. I love when the vehicles are not just kind of a, oh, here's a version 1 of car, here's version 2 of car, and here's version 3 of car. I like that all of the vehicles that we looked at here today are all distinctly different. Like for Batman, it's 3 different animals completely. Like you go from a horse to a raptor to a bat, if you consider raptors animals, of course, because they've gone extinct and so on and so forth. But still, at some point, like, it's really cool that we are getting very, very, very distinct pieces for each one of these. And then if we look at Kit, yes, there is a little bit of overlap between the semi-truck and the vehicle, like the regular car, but you got to look at it as like an exotic sports car versus a semi-truck. Like, that's about as different as you can go in the category of typical vehicles. So I think that is absolutely awesome. Please let me know down in the comment section below, what was your favorite vehicle out of all the 6 that we now have seen. Once again, I want to thank Mon Amiibo and the lovely Joseph Connor Hagen, who shared the picture of the kit vehicles with me as well on Twitter. So thank you guys so very much for doing that. I really do truly appreciate your guys' help with that. Thanks all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.